Hello and welcome to All Things Horror, the podcast that reviews romantic comedies and musicals. And boy, have we got one for you today. We got the lovely, heartwarming 80s classic tearjerker, Brain Damage. Yeah, Frank Henenlotter. Again, you're really taking me down this road of like Henenlotter like
Yeah.
cult films. I had to buy it on DVD because I
Yeah, it's
literally
not easy
could
to
not,
get,
no, I couldn't get a hold of it anywhere. Like
and some of
everywhere
it's
it
really
was.
expensive. Yeah.
Yeah, it must be like an American thing because I think it was Prime that said not available in your country, and yeah, it was really hard to get, but got it on eBay
Mm.
for like I don't know, £1.99 or something.
Yeah, I think I got mine from like the used section of Amazon a few years ago, and
Mm,
it's like the Arrow release. But that Arrow release now, I wouldn't pay what people are charging for it. So
no, Arrow
yeah, it
seems
was
to have
just
taken
timing,
off,
isn't it?
especially with
Mm.
the cult films. I've got a few of them.
Yeah, a lot of like the 4Ks as well are being like,
Yeah, like
yeah, really taken
Reanimator, I
off.
think I got on Arrow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's some good releases of lots of films, but not a lot of releases of or great releases of Frank Henenlotter films.
mm,
Um, it would be great to have a box. You could have a box set of all of them because he's not made loads.
no,
It would be
no,
really good. With finishing with, you could maybe finish it, maybe not have just his feature films, not the documentaries and stuff. You could have like finish with start with start with Basket Case and end with Bad Biology, and that would
yeah.
be a really good set. So, so what did you? Well, I'm going to say there's one scene in this film that I think you're going to be thinking of as soon as I say like what scene jumped out at you, what scene stood out. I think we should both say it at the same time. Okay. So, right. One, two, three. The
The
blowjob scene.
Dixon.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. Um, oh man, it's obviously I'm gonna let the people know like this was my first time watching Brain Damage, right? I feel like when we started this podcast, there was a lot of I weren't too familiar with the cult side of films, like B movies, whatever, like whatever they were used to call video nasties, like the old school ones, like straight to video, maybe.
Yeah. Once the old people watch like me.
Yeah. And you could have like just shown me this movie. Like, obviously, we started with Brain Damage, Frankenhooker. I think we did Brain Damage 2, and then now we're doing this.
Yeah.
You could have just told me to watch this film, and I'd be like, "Oh yeah, that's Frank Henenlotter." It's like
Yeah. And it
100%.
isn't. It's weird as well that like in my head this film is a lot more silly than it actually is. I think I'd even said that to you when we are gonna, oh, it's a fun silly one like Basket Case 2 or but it's more like the first Basket Case. It's not like Frankenhooker. It's not as silly as Frankenhooker. It's not as silly as Brain as Basket Case 2 and
Yeah.
3. It's got silly moments because of Aylmer. Like Aylmer makes it silly and it's quite surreal, but it's actually a bit more gritty and dark, a bit like the first Basket Case. That's what
Mm.
I think anyway. Like on my this is like my third or fourth rewatch, and I was like, why do I always think this is going to be more silly than it is? Maybe because of Elmer. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just Elmer, really, because like I was totally taken by surprise when Elmer started talking. It's like the whole run up
Yeah,
to it.
he's great.
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, this is going to be quite a gnarly film. And then I was like, he comes out. I think you see him first, and I'm like, wow, he looks cool. And then he starts talking, and I'm like, hmm, okay. No, I don't quite know what the decision was in that one there, because like you would expect him to be, well, he's like, what is he? It's like a parasite kind of alien
Yeah,
thing
yeah, that would be.
creature.
Yeah, I would probably say because it's only recently I realized because I'm stupid. I realized it was like a drug parable and you
Hmm.
know and a lot of kind of seeing it as cocaine essentially,
Right.
like how cocaine makes you act, but like multiplied by a million.
Mm.
And I thought when I watched this time, I was like, oh, I was a bit shocked. And then I thought, well, actually, no, this is very similar to Bad Biology, but Bad Biology doesn't have any humor in it whatsoever, really.
Right.
So it's grim. Like you need the humor and the silliness to make it stand out and put that real fingerprint of Frank Henenlotter on it. Otherwise, it's too grim.
Well,
And
I
that's what Bad Biology is. It's my least favorite of his, actually.
I didn't know anything about this film, and I even went to the extreme of like staying away from like the trailer because I wanted it to be like a total surprise. When I watched it for the first time, I went in there with no expectations, and I saw it, and I was like, "Oh, that's really cool." I didn't even think like it was going to talk. I thought it was going to be like some growly, hissy thing. And then he talks, and he's actually quite a gentleman. Like, like the
Yeah,
way he talks.
top
Oh,
hat
hello.
and
He's like
yeah,
such a
he's so manipulative and like controlling, but he's not like how you'd imagine that kind of character being played. You know, if someone was else was doing it, they'd probably make it really serious. Be like, "You've got to go, you've got to kill them. I need the
yeah.
juice, man." You know, make it all serious. But because it's Frank Henenlotter, he's like, let's make it a kind of cute little practical effect with like an old-timey actor doing the voice, and let's have a bit of humor to it. I mean, he can't like that scene that I was just saying about. That's like so over the top. It is funny because it's so over the top. It's ridiculous. It's not one. If you take yourself or movies very seriously, then it's probably not the scene to watch.
No.
Or it's maybe not one to watch with like the family and
Yeah.
or somebody who's like, oh well actually I think that's very misogynist. Yeah, well it kind of is, but also it's ridiculous and silly and it's not to be taken too seriously. It just
Well,
relax.
that's the scene where you don't want someone walking in like
Yeah.
at that scene and be like, "What the hell are you watching?" And then you've got to
Guaranteed
try to
it's
explain what it is.
yeah, it's bound to happen as well, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. It's like,
Um
okay, so just imagine what this movie would be like if it was no comedy and it was like dead serious. Like Elmer,
mm,
he didn't talk and he was like a literal alien creature, and it was like a creature feature movie. Like because all of Henenlotter's movies are like low budget cult films, and he tends to like write and direct all of his own movies. So,
yeah.
do you think that's because he has a solid vision and he wants full creative control without any interference? Because I feel like
Totally.
a lot of
Yeah.
people will have to like put their 2 pence in and be like, this is a bit silly.
Yeah.
I feel like he's
Yeah.
like, nope, 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 it's going to be great.
I think he has like a long time friend who was a producer of all of the films with him, whose name escapes me. But yeah, and Gabe Bartelos doing the practical effects
Yeah.
in everything is an absolute genius, like so good. Um, and that I think is all he needs to make his ideas
Mm,
reality. I think if he was given lots and lots of money, it would probably lose its charm. Um, and I absolutely think you're right that I don't think he would want to have anyone else,
yeah.
kind of watering down what he wants to do. He is it is not many directors for right. Well, there are. There's ones who like do films that are so terrible in a certain specific way that you know it's them, like Neil Breen or like I don't know, just certain terrible, terrible directors. But I don't think Frank Henenlotter is a terrible director.
No.
Who I think and that's the reason why we know it's a Frank Henenlotter film. I think he's an excellent filmmaker, and that's the reason why we know it's a
Yeah.
Frank Henenlotter film. But I also think like he is a bit like many of the great 80s, 70s, 80s horror directors where he gets better because he doesn't have a massive budget. Like he's so
Mm,
creative Like the less he has, the better he does. And you can only keep that going, I think, when you're young and full of energy and full of ideas and just, driven to do that. I think you probably would want to get a bit of money to make your films the older you get. Um, and maybe that's the reason why he doesn't make them anymore. I don't know. There's loads of
Mm.
reasons, I'm not sure, but he definitely is underrated, not talked about a lot. Even though in Manchester they're doing a basket case one, two, and three for the first time in the UK. In the next couple of weeks, they're doing playing them all back to back at Cultplex in Manchester.
Oh, no way.
Um, yeah,
Oh,
so
cool.
maybe there are, there's definitely a what's the word, like a group of people, specific people who do appreciate him, and rightly so. Um, this would be on maybe my third favorite of his.
I was going to ask you that because you just said that he is one of those directors where he kind of like gets better each time. Is that are you saying maybe Basket Case isn't your favorite? Because that is
No, no,
debut.
no. I think
Because
no. I
that
do.
is mine. That's my favorite.
Yeah, the
All of
first
Henenlotter.
basket case is my favorite, and then Frankenhooker,
Mm,
then Brain Damage,
mm,
and then basket case two, three, and then Bad Biology last.
all right. Okay.
Yeah,
I think I'm on par with you there. I mean, have I seen the third one? No, I don't think I've seen Basket Case
we will.
3
We will.
and and Bad Biology. I think they're the last two.
Oh
Um,
man, Bad Biology. I actually don't own it anymore. I was kind of pissed off because I was expecting it to be loads of fun. And
right.
maybe I need to watch it again, but
I couldn't.
yeah, I think again sorry, go on.
No. I was just gonna say, like, talking about, um, he likes to keep things cheap, because that's kind
Mm.
of who he is. I couldn't find a box office number for this, probably because I don't know. Would it have gone to cinema or all I could
Maybe I'd
find was a
imagine
budget. The budget was
yeah,
1.5. That's all I could find.
I think most of his have had theatrical releases, but probably very short ones, double bills. I'm kind of imagining like the Grindhouse theaters of New York, playing them back to back with
Mm,
other films and stuff. So I think that's probably what um you know that's probably and then the VHS market, kind of ties
yeah.
in with when um around the time of Frankenhooker and Brain Damage is where things really took off. And also, Basket Case was kind of swept up in the video nasty thing as
Mm,
well. So there's lots of people were into watching anything that was even slightly linked to video nasties. Then they wanted to watch it. So I know he has been successful. Um, I'm just surprised it took so long to make Bad Biology. And I don't know as well, like because I'm looking at like Gabe Bartelos's credits. He's done 135 movies,
yeah.
and maybe because he did Bad Biology, so I'm wondering if it's availability of his like best collaborator. Like he wouldn't want to make a film without him. That was 2008 as well, Bad Biology. Um,
Right. Okay.
so there's a big gap between um that one and then all the others are kind of almost well two and Basket Case two and three were filmed back to back, so
Mm.
they're like it's just I think we said this before, but it goes like 82, then this is 88, then it goes 90, and then he does Frankenhooker in 1990 as well after straight after Basket Case
Ah.
two. And then for some reason, even though I'm pretty sure they filmed Basket Case two and three back to back, it was 2 years later when Basket Case three came out.
Right.
And
Okay.
then Bad Biology is 2008. So it goes 1992 and then nothing from 1992 to 2008,
Hmm.
which is
Yeah.
wild.
I wanted to talk about Gabe Bartelos because you know I'm really big on practical effects.
Yeah.
I love my practical effects. So I took a bit of a dive into Aylmer because I thought he's so funny looking, but
Yeah,
he
it's
looks
crazy.
scary. But I don't know, he's I didn't realize this is probably stupid for me not realizing, but did you know it was just like a puppet, like literal functional puppet with like movable facial features? Because it looks so
Hmm.
slimy and stuff. You just think, I don't know, animatronic or something. That's what I thought straight away. But no, literally, Gabe Bartelos made Elmer as a functional puppet.
I think it is essentially puppets and goo.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
it's the magical formula, and
yeah.
it is absolutely amazing what he can do. And I was looking for something to do with Elmer online, seeing if anybody had made puppets or I could buy a replica or something. I got a little pin badge of him. Um, I don't know where it is actually. I was looking for it before. I can't find it. But yeah, I think I knew it was a puppet. Um, but again, you are able to suspend, your disbelief and accept it. Like
Mm.
that's what's so good about it. Just like the crazy families of weird creatures that are in Basket Case 2, we just go,
Yeah,
oh yeah, that's the one who has like a xylophone on the side of the head, or that one, it's just like just weird stuff, and you're just like, because it's just
yeah.
like the world you're in. It's so I think Henenlotter is so good at world building,
Well,
um,
I
and that
looked into
maybe that's more Gabe Bartelos. I don't know.
yeah, well, I looked into Gabe Bartelos' other films that he done. Obviously, I knew he would have done more with Frank because he did Basket Case 2 and 3. But
Mm.
I was quite happy to know other things that he'd done, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3. That is
Ah,
actually
okay.
one of my favorites. I quite like that.
Oh,
Um,
interesting. That's
and
the one that's called Next Generation, is it? No.
um,
Matthew McConaughey. No, 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 no.
no, that's the second one, isn't it? Matthew McConaughey.
No, no, the second one's the crazy chop top one.
Chop. Oh, I don't know. I get confused.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, he also he did one of Jason Voorhees's face. I think it was the one in Manhattan. Is that number 7?
Oh, blimey, that's where I get confused.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But he did Jason's face for that one. He also did Leprechaun as well.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I was like, yeah. Now, I'm not a massive fan of the Leprechaun series. However, I absolutely love Leprechaun in Space, which is the worst, supposedly the worst one.
You
But
telling me you don't like Leprechaun in the Hood?
I mean, honestly, no, I'm not a massive fan of it. But I love Leprechaun in Space, which is I think most people would say is worse than that. Um, it's got the guy from a Lower Low in it. It's kind of like the same reason I like Jason X. It's worse than Jason X, but um,
That's
yeah,
that's
I,
when you
I,
know that's when you know a
I,
franchise has like done too many movies, like when they do a space one.
yeah. Well, they were going to do Machete in space, weren't they? Or they did a fake trailer for it. So,
Oh yeah, I mean whatever. They've done Hellraiser. He's been in space.
yeah, he's
Um,
been online. He's been in space. He's
Jason's
been
been in space.
everywhere.
What was the other one? Didn't they do
Back in
an
time as well.
Amityville in space? Something to do with
Oh,
evil
my
horror
friend did a
house.
video on Amityville films, well, films with Amityville in the title, and it was just
Never
hundreds and
ending.
hundreds of film. Yeah.
Yeah, you something that made me laugh about this film as well, bringing it back to this one, you showed me a comment which
Oh
really
yeah.
hit the nail on the head for what this movie is, and it should have been the tagline for the movie. Like, this is a strong anti-drug commercial.
Yeah,
Like, yeah,
definitely.
don't do
Yeah.
drugs because you might get an Elmer coming out your back. Does it come out his back?
Yeah, I mean, it
Yeah.
would put me off. Yeah, it would put me off, definitely. A
You
lot of
notice like
people did comment saying that they'd been through drug withdrawal and kind of said, you know what, this is kind of similar.
yeah, well
Um,
you notice I got my blue light on for the euphoric. But
oh, okay.
uh,
Oh wow.
yeah.
Have the green one on for Reanimator.
Yeah. Maybe that should be the new thing, like every episode gets its own color.
Yeah, man, definitely.
Uh, right. Oh, yeah, that was the other thing. I noticed I forget his name, but the guy from Basket Case, he's in the film.
Oh, Kevin Van Houten,
Yeah.
Dwayne. Yeah,
Yeah.
Dwayne Dibley, not Dwayne Dibley, but yeah, Dwayne. Um,
Yeah, and he's not. I would have loved it for him to be credited as Dwayne, like his
yeah,
name in basket, but he's just man with basket.
yeah. I
That's
would
how
love
he's
to. I
called.
would love to interview him. He seems like such an interesting guy. I'm friends with him on Facebook somehow as well. So like,
Oh,
I
okay.
feel like I keep wanting to kind of message him and say, "Hey, you've been liking pictures of my dog for a good few years now. Are you ready for an in-depth interview about basket case?"
He seems like a really nice guy. I think he's
He
got
does. He seems
connections,
like
doesn't he?
very like Dwayne. Yeah,
Yeah,
very. I think he's very arty and very kind of. He's definitely very political, going off his Facebook.
really.
But like liberal and seems like a nice guy. Yeah,
H-
seems like a love. Seems very like Dwayne, I guess.
How many times do you reckon he gets asked what's in the basket?
Yeah, what's in the basket? They could remake Basket Case, but in fact, I'll cut up. I'll make a trailer that is seven with what's in the basket. Seven basket. I call it something like seven baskets. Uh,
Yeah. I was just wondering actually, like we've been talking about Frank Henenlotter,
writing that down.
like uh he has like a low budget feel. Like that's his style. Like he has low budget.
Yeah.
But what do you reckon his movies, like not just this one, but like what do you reckon his movies would be like if they were like huge production companies? Say like Warner
Mm.
Brothers, they did this film, Brain Damage, and then they got like Leonardo DiCaprio as Brian and Liam
Mm.
Neeson voicing Elmer, like
That sounds good.
or Imagine Basket Case with like a multi-million-dollar budget.
Yeah, like Barry Keoghan as Dwayne or something.
But
But
then again, if they remade that, like they wouldn't need a multi-million-dollar budget.
well, I
They
think
just
I think yeah, the issue would be some of the things that are shocking and like kind of shocking and silly,
mm,
and you have to just take with a pinch of salt and go, it's ridiculous. Like,
mm,
don't don't get too bent out of shape. They'd remove that.
mm. Would you?
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe they would. It's
I
a bit. I'm
know.
trying to
I
think
know.
of the Elijah Wood film. Was it? They did a remake of a really scuzzy, low budget horror, and they kind of doubled down and made it even more. Um, because you can. This is the thing. Nobody's like, no one's stopping you. People, you can't do that these days. Like you can. Just
You
whether
can.
somebody watches it or not is
Hmm.
a different question. Like, there's too many things to choose from, so they might not watch it. So, okay, that's fine.
Oh, Terrifier is a great example for that. Like
Yeah, people will watch it. Yeah,
it's a new film that's still going, and they've got a massive following.
yeah.
You
Oh,
know.
that's it. Maniac was what I was thinking of. The
Oh,
remade Maniac. So that would be a similar one. So they remade Maniac with Elijah Wood, um, and the Joe Spinell original. You know, is pretty grim
mm,
and very like Basket Case, really, probably more of us. And then they got the director who did the Hills of Eyes remake and Piranha 3D
okay.
and
I actually like
Crawl.
that remake.
Which one?
The Hills Have Eyes.
Oh, the Hills of Eyes.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
thought that was
he
actually
made
a really good
Crawl.
one.
I saw that at the cinema. You know, the one with the sharks under the house and the girls
Oh,
swimming. It's like an
cool.
English. It's like I saw it. It was one of those ones where
Oh,
you went
the
along and
with the
there's no
crocodiles.
they're no, they're like I think they're sharks.
Oh,
There's
they.
like
Oh, I don't
yeah, I
know.
think the shark. I'm not sure. Maybe it's she's a swimming champion or something. And oh no, you're right. Oh, I watched it at the cinema and I still can't remember it. But it was one of them where you didn't know what film you were going to watch, and I thought it was going to be a Tarantino film, and then it was Crawl. Yeah, alligators.
That's right. Yeah.
And he's making the sequel to that, so it must have done pretty well. Probably all the people watching it not knowing what it
Crawl
was.
again.
Yeah, yeah, Crawl 2. Should have called it Crawl again. Oh,
Crawl,
yeah.
crawl some more.
Yeah, keep crawling. But it was he did the Maniac remake with um Elijah Wood, and I was just looking at what the to kind of tie into what you're saying, looking at what the budget was for it
Hmm.
and how much money it made and stuff. And its budget was $6 million. So I reckon, and that was in the sort of that was 2012. So yeah, it probably like now if you were remaking it, they'd probably give you like $8 million and say go and make it. Meanwhile, he can make this film on $800.
Yeah.
He could make Basket Case anyway.
So
Maybe not Brain Damage.
would you be annoyed if, say, he or anyone did remake this or Basket Case or Frankenhooker?
No, I'd be really interested to see it. I'd go and watch it at the cinema and see what happens. It's a bit like the ones that what was it, the ones that remake and people get a bit up in arms about them. But I'm not like that. I'll tell you. Well, Suspiria's a good example. I didn't like this. I finally watched the Suspiria remake,
Mm.
and I didn't really like it. I found it quite boring. Um,
Yeah.
I really appreciate it's supposed to be good, and everyone tells me it's great, and maybe I should have stuck with it. But halfway through, I was like, I just want to watch the original Suspiria.
Yeah.
So I might find that with if they remade Basket Case or Brain Damage, but it'd be
That,
cool just to get Frank Henenlotter a bit of love again, like people
yeah.
talking about his movies.
That seems to be the thing with horror remakes. You either love it or hate it.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
there
Or
there's so
I just
many
stay
there's
clear.
so many like unneeded remakes. Like when they remade Freddy uh
Oh, with
Nightmare on Elm Street.
with Jackie Earl Haley.
There was no need for that
Yeah,
whatsoever.
even he didn't want to play it really. I
Mm,
remember somebody talking about being an extra on that film and being like, he just seemed like, well, I'm not going to turn it down, but I don't know why we're doing this.
no.
Like Robert England's still alive.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But hey ho.
Yeah.
Um okay. So let's go to our ratings. What are you gonna rate it? Before you do, hold on. The critic ratings. So IMDb, they've given it a 6.5 out of 10, and
Okay.
Rotten Tomatoes are basically on par. It's like a 69%. Um, so
Nice.
out of 10, what would you give this film, Brain Damage?
It's not like I said, it's not my favorite Henenlotter film. I'm gonna give it 7.5.
Oh, okay.
Mm. But I do love it. I love all his films. I need to rewatch Bad Biology, but I don't know if I want to. But yeah, I love all his films up till Bad Biology, which is a pretty good run. Not many directors you'll say like I like six of his films in a row or six of her films in a row.
Mm, yeah.
Is it six? Have I miscounted? Uh, yeah, so
Mm,
I think 7.5's fair. Yeah, one, two, three, four, five, five. I like five of his films in a row.
okay.
That's pretty good. And then Bad Biology actually has the lowest IMDb rating.
Mm,
This has the highest out
really?
of all. Yeah, 6.5, like you said. And he's done some documentaries and things that with higher ratings, but in terms of like actual, he's done four or five documentaries in a row. But
What
all with higher ratings. He did
what's that
Slash of
what's
the
that
Night,
going by? Is that IMDb ratings?
IMDb. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Out of interest, does it say basket case? Like, what are they giving that one?
So Basket Case 6.2, and I would give that like a
Mm.
9. Brain Damage 6.5, Basket Case 5.4, Frankenhooker 6.2, and Basket Case 3 4.8. So his worst would be, according to IMDb, out of those would be and Bad Biology 4.7. So his worst would be this pretty much the same order that I so
Mm.
five, yeah, five, bad biology, then basket case 3, then basket case 2, then I and Frankenhooker, and I'd have
Mm.
Frankenhooker as my second favorite, and then Basket Case is my favorite. Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you
that's
like Basket Case more than Frankenhooker?
yes. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably the same as you. Like Basket Case is at the top, then Frankenhooker. I found that really enjoyable.
Yeah.
Then I would
That's so silly.
probably go for this one, then Basket Case 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, I am sticking the same. I didn't even I didn't even realize that IMDb gave it a 6.5 when I gave it my rating. I also gave it a 6.5.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I am going with IMDb on this one. Um, it wasn't bad, but at the same time, it wasn't great. Like and I think I appreciate the work that went into it more than like the overall movie itself, if that makes sense. Like
Hmm.
I love all the stuff like the practical effects and everything that went into making this film. I thought it was really good visually, especially the blowjob scene. Uh,
Yeah. The lighting as well. We didn't even mention the lighting. The
the
lighting's
lighting,
really interesting.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, like it's trippy just to watch it. So,
Totally.
but yeah, I mean, if I was to watch a Frank and Henenlotter film, then yeah, I'd go for Basket Case over this one. So yeah, 6.5 for me, 7.5 for you.
Yeah. That would be what I probably would have predicted, I think. Yeah, yeah.
Mm, cool.
Not just because it was my choice, but just because I'm like a bit. I had an extra mark on for like Aylmer.
Cool. All right. So let's wrap up. So next episode, I'm doing. It's kind of on the same path as this. I don't know if you've
Okay.
seen it. Obviously, it's a lot later. It's from 2006. Sliver?
The Sharon Stone
No.
Sliver. No, no.
Uh, it's a
Oh no, it's the 90s. Uh,
it's a sci-fi comedy horror, both written and directed by James Gunn. I believe it was his directorial debut.
oh right. So I like
Um,
James Gunn a lot. So
yeah,
I haven't heard it. I haven't even heard of this. So
yeah, it's the first film he made.
because I know quite a bit about him because was having a really good conversation with Lloyd Kaufman of Trauma, and James Gunn used to do a lot of Trauma stuff when he was coming up. Like it was essentially his film school.
Right.
So he made a lot of trashy, trauma-based
Mm, I
films.
think
So I'm interested to hear about this one. So what's this one called? Sorry,
uh,
again, Sliver.
Sliver. I've got a feeling you're really gonna like this one.
Okay,
Um,
probably. Slither or Sliver.
Sliver.
Okay.
Slitter.
Oh, got you. Right. I was thinking
It's
sliver, like slit, like with yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so I have wanted to see this for a while
It's got
because I like
Michael
Nathan
Rooker.
Fillion. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and Elizabeth Banks. Yes, it's a really good
Yes.
cast.
Yeah. I've got this on my watch list, and I've just never watched it. So this gives me
Mm.
a good
I know
reason to do it.
2000s horrors get a bad rap, especially for
Hmm.
me. Like I tend to not like 2000s horrors, but
Yeah. Yeah.
this is like one of those exceptions. Like I love this film. It's really good. It's funny. It's gooey and horrible in places, but
Mhm.
yeah, it's like all the good things that I like. It's like a
Well, this might
sci-fi
be a little
comedy horror.
bit more traumerific because he did four trauma films, or not films, like TV shows and clips and trailers and stuff. And this was his first proper film. So he did,
Mm.
I was just looking, he did like things for Sergeant Kabuki, he did like a public service announcement, he did part of the trauma TV show. So he did four things for Lloyd Kaufman and then did Slither. So um, it's pretty cool um, that I'm going to get to see his proper first
Yeah,
film. And then he made Super as well, didn't he? Which was kind of a bit better really than Kick-Ass, but didn't get credit,
Okay.
with Rainn Wilson and Elliot Page,
Yeah.
um, basically being a really like. It was around the time that people were really dressing up as superheroes and being vigilantes in America. So I
Mm.
imagine that's where he got his ideas from. And then he was off to the races with like Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll ignore movie 43 because that's just like one of those films where they trick people into doing a little segments and then it was like, oh, it's just a student film or something, and then it was like James Gunn directing this film. I was like, what? So yeah, and then he's off to the races with all other stuff. But
Yeah.
I haven't seen this, so I'm really looking forward to that. That'll be awesome. I wonder
Yeah.
what it's on, where it's available. If it's on Amazon
Oh,
Prime or something.
I don't know.
I'll have a look.
I believe I've got it on DVD. Oh yes, I do have it on DVD.
No, it's not on Amazon Prime, sadly.
Um, what
I'll
does
find it.
Google say? Sliver is available nowhere. I don't know.
Yeah, it
Doesn't
might be
say. It
one of
normally
those
says where it's
where
available, but
you have to get it on DVD.
available on. You can watch the horror comedy Sliver by streaming it. Oh, apparently, it's on Shudder.
Oh, okay. So I currently have Shudder briefly.
Hmm.
So,
Oh, it
but I
says it's
can't.
for free on Tubi.
Oh, okay. I have Tubi. That's fine. Yeah, I'll watch it on Tubi.
Yeah,
Tubi or not Tubi?
Tubi. Yeah, cool. Right. Shall I see us out?
Why not?
Okie dokie. If you've liked today's episode, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps the channel grow. You can also drop us a comment or a message on what you'd like to hear from us. Yeah, that's it. Make sure you tune back in for Sliver. And thanks a lot for listening, and we'll see you in the next one.